first guest this morning, Mr. Jock Mendoza Wilson, a joint chair of the British-Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce. Sir, pleasure to see you as always. Thanks for joining us. All right, so some big statements coming out yesterday in Warsaw, made by Rishi Sunak. I wonder, is he trying to follow Macron's lead here? He's trying to take the spotlight from Mr. Macron?
No, I think it's both a long-term strategic objective of the United Kingdom and also a little play of British politics. Yesterday, Sunak announced that the UK was going to meet a new target for its defence expenditure, increasing it to 2.5% of GDP by 2030. This year, our defence expenditure in the UK will be 2.3% of GDP. That's still some way short of Poland's 3.9% GDP. But I think the big announcement yesterday was also, if you're sitting here in Kiev, which I am today, was the extra £500 million for the UK, for Ukraine, from the UK, with immediate delivery of ammunition and missiles. So I think what you see is the UK taking its leadership position in defence in Europe and standing up to the plate, as the Americans would say, when the need is greatest.
All right. Yeah, well, actually, just a quick thing. A lot of people sort of saying that most of these big announcements made by Rishi Sunak really, they're sort of empty words. And the whole point of this entire trip is sort of to take attention away from problems at home and the elections coming up.
Well, I think they're less about taking attention away from home. Much of the messaging that came out yesterday in Poland was actually designed for home consumption, explaining that the Conservatives were the only party that you could trust on defence, because there is the Labour have also said that they will put 2.5% target for expenditure of GDP on defence, but the Tories have actually put up the money, increased expenditure in Ukraine, and placed a target date by which the UK will reach that 2.5%. So what you're seeing here is really an element of international relations, of real hard defence expenditure, and of course, he's a politician, so it was about the domestic message to UK voters that defence of the realm is safe with the Conservative Party. Britain will deliver these arms and this promise. That is for certain.
All right.
And now, looking at the situation, also perhaps a bit from the Polish perspective, how do you think that now the collaboration between Poland and Great Britain will pan out? And do you think that perhaps now Great Britain looks up more to Poland as the centre of the eastern flank of NATO?
I think the United Kingdom, since it took the decision to leave the European Union, has always looked at Poland as its key strategic partner in security inside Europe. There are two partners in Europe that are important for the United Kingdom, above all, in terms of security. One is France, which we have a long-term strategic security agreement with, and the second is Poland. So I actually believe that this announcement yesterday was strategically made in Poland to show the partnership that exists between Poland and the United Kingdom, and actually to clearly communicate also to Moscow that Europe and the United Kingdom were united in ensuring the defence not only of Ukraine, but enhancing European security against the Russian threat.
All right. And now, seeing as you are in Kiev, I wonder how impatiently are people waiting for these deliveries, and how quickly do you think these deliveries will be made? I mean, they're coming from all over the world. Have they already been stockpiled even before this decision, or are people just getting together now, trying to get everything moving?
Well, Conrad, I can say for sure that on Saturday night, when the vital vote was passed in the House of Congress, there was definitely opening of wine bottles and popping of champagne corks here in Kiev, because this money is vital to Ukraine's security and to its future. And so there's a real optimism now in Ukraine. There was an element of realism and pessimism, but now I feel optimism is coursing through our veins as we see these arms come in. As for speed of delivery, well, I think your previous reporter on here had a great analysis of that. Look, they're sitting stockpiled at the border. This is not the first rodeo in terms of the delivery of American arms into Ukraine. There is a very effective logistics supply chain already in place, of which Poland is the key link. And those arms will move across that border the moment that President Biden signs that order in the White House today. And I think within a matter of days, probably 1 or 2 days, arms will be reaching the front line for Ukrainian troops and missiles reaching the missile defense systems, which are vital for these Ukrainian cities, particularly Kharkiv, which is under attack presently, and here in Kiev, where missile supplies are low. I had a meeting with a senior British official yesterday following Rishi Sunak's announcement, and I was assured that actually already the logistic supply chains were in place for that 500 million of ammunition to move quickly from the United Kingdom also into Ukraine. So I'm optimistic that this will happen quickly.
Well, and hopefully they will arrive in time. Jock Mendoza Wilson, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.